Oh, my face cam's not on. Where's my webcam, guys? There it is. Hello, guys. We're here for round 5 of DRL Season 8. And once again, well, I say once again, I think for the first time this season, Chetty has made back-to-back appearances. Chetty, how are you feeling today, buddy? So, what? Right. I was good, and then fuck, what's going on here? Oh, fuck. Oh, got technical issues. Oh, shit. Fuck. I think I fixed it. So how am I? Sorry, I was having a bit of an issue. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm excited for another week of top tier DRL racing. I'm ecstatic to be joined again by my best buddy, Sketchy Crib, when he gets on the podium. Unfortunately, until then, I've got to sit with you. That's okay. So yeah, we'll do what we always do. As Chet and I were just discussing before the stream, you'll actually have a bit more of a clue as to what's going on. We're going to talk about the drivers and kind of what's going on for them in their lives, both in DRL and outside of their life. But before we get to that, you may be noticing we're missing a regular and an admin in Critical Skills. Che, do you know where Critical Skills is this week? I have also heard rumours. What have you heard, Chetty? Let's hear what you've heard. I have also heard this. I've heard she's called Amy 2.0. She's a very special girl, very close to his heart, and he's looking to lose his virginity to her. So I don't know if that's going to happen tonight or if it's like wait until marriage kind of thing. But yeah, that's no skills this week at the moment. He may join at some point if we're lucky, but mate, wait, what? Rest in peace. Well, that's a good point, Che. And obviously, Che, a man with heaps of knowledge in the women's department. He has a girlfriend of his own who is white, as we discovered last week, which was very good to hear. I was quite glad about that. Um, no racism there, obviously, just personal preference, isn't it, Chetty? Yeah, but enough about the qualifying. Let's go back to what really matters here. Chetty, how is your relationship going? How is your partner? Yeah, you had. You want to put a name to that comment, or no? Does this person drive a caravan? But he has a lot to do with a caravan. Is that what you're saying? Okay. I think I know who you might be going on about. So, oh, for fuck's sake, that's my bad, guys. That's my bad.
Probably a good
I'm
thing.
muted. I'm so muted. Oh, God, you've missed so much of. Oh, so you got this conversation all over again.
I think I peaked in the last 5 minutes.
I
I
think
don't
that
think
was
I
your
can
best
do
five
that
minutes in
again.
DRL history.
I don't think I could do that again. Oh,
But
the people won't know.
this is why I meant to have the fucking chat up, but I forgot. Right.
There's all those jokes that I said.
Oh mate, you had everyone in stitches. That one you told
Yeah.
about Muslims, that was so funny. Might have got you
I
cancelled,
can't
but
say it again, can I?
no, but
It just wouldn't be funny the second
moment's
time round.
gone, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for anyone who, well, pretty much everyone who's not aware, because we couldn't hear Chetty, we were discussing that Skills has a lady friend, which you may have got the gist of based on what I said. So, yeah, congrats to Skillsy, and if you're watching Amy 2.0, he is a delicate little flower.
And don't break him.
Please don't break him. He's already been broken once. Can't pick up the pieces of my little Skillsy again. Right. Anyway, let's go on to the drivers that are here. So, so what are we doing? In fact, Jay, do you want to take us through the grid? Like, I'll let you do the introductions.
Yeah, let's go back to front on the order as they stand. So at the moment, got well, with times that have people that have set times. So you got Jelly Belly of the Red Bull. Last week, probably unlucky to not come away with something better than, where was he, 5th in the end? He was sort of nailed on to be in the top, I reckon, in the top 2. But yeah, Cheese's ridiculous crash at the end, causing the safety car, and I think he did quite well to get a P5 in the end, considering he went to the back of the queue. Yeah, I think he's a major title contender, still top of the leaderboard. Yeah, that's enough of that.
A great lap from Jelly, as you were talking actually. And we thought Sketchy Crib had taken the championship lead last week, only for a late penalty to be applied. So we didn't see Sketchy win the race in the end. He dropped down to 9th. So Jelly actually extended his lead at the top, and I believe it's now about 14 points rather than him trailing. So, you know, although he could have done better and was unlucky, he still extended the lead.
He got lucky with the penalty. I mean, yeah.
And I
anyway,
agree. Jelly, definite title contender.
So next up, let's go with I tapped in that 18. Although he's Div 2, racing in this division. Last week he managed to pick up a P4, which certainly raised a few eyebrows.
Oh yeah.
Especially around the Div 2 camp. People feeling that maybe he shouldn't be in Div 2 and should be in Div 1 if he's able to compete like that in Div 1. Your thoughts, Tom?
Yeah, I think there's definitely some substance behind it, but he finished lower in Division 2 than he did in Division 1 that week, and got beaten by Brian Core, which, as we know, is pretty much the equivalent of killing yourself. So I think you can argue it both ways. We'll have to see how Pete does in Division 1 this week. He's
maybe he lifts his this is like his cup final is going into Div 1 on a Monday, and so he just lifts his performance, and then like Div 2 on a Tuesday, maybe that's his Carabao Cup.
His Carabao Cup puts the youngsters out and thinks, yeah, who really cares?
I mean, we know what we don't need to talk about Pete and youngsters, do we? So
probably for the best, actually.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Spinsy, another Div 2 coming into Div 1. He had a good week last week in Div 1, in Div 2. Not so good in Div 1, probably. I mean, P7, not much more to say.
That's all right, to be fair. That's his best result of the season.
Yep. But not much more to say. I mean, he said he's another Div 2 driver in Div 1. So that leads us on to Jack Whittle, who has been a bit disappointing, I'd say, this season so far in the Mercedes. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think he's underwhelmed as Jack Whittle. I don't really remember too many big moments, and I think when you go back and look at the streams, how much screen time has the guy had? I think we probably spent more time talking about your girlfriend than Jack Whittle, and he's been here for all the weeks.
I can't remember. I think that might have been the first time I've spoken about him.
Yeah, I think it
we
probably
apparently spoke about him last week.
yeah. I imagine we said, "Oh, Jack Whittle's here." Moving on. Maybe today.
Probably contender for He Was There award.
100%. 100%. Yeah, Jack Whittle. Maybe today is the turning point for him, but we'll have to see. Jackie.
Right, and on to our good friend Finn Evans 02. I don't know why he's 02. Maybe
he wasn't even.
I don't know.
He wasn't even born in 02, was he?
I mean, we know he's a bit retarded. He was probably trying to write something else, and he just got it wrong. Pressed enter, and that was it. It was set there for life. He hasn't worked out that you can change your gamer tag.
He can't. No, yeah.
I think it costs money. Actually, he probably doesn't have the money to do it. So Finn, very much like Jack Whittle. Apart from Jack finishes races, whilst Finn doesn't. Last week, I don't even know what happened with him. He just was at the back and then retired. His second DNF of the season. Yeah, not great from him at all. Especially when I think he can race much better.
That's okay. That's high praise, because you are one of Finn's biggest haters, which is saying something, because he has a lot.
Much better than P16 in the championship.
Yeah. I think
I'd put him at least at P12.
How many points has P12
got? P12 has got like 10.
Okay. Yeah, I think, as you said, Finn and Jack Whittle, similar lines, not really doing much impressively. But I think Finn has had a bit more screen time because he's been known to do stupid things. So, yeah, screen time's not an issue for him at the moment. It's for the wrong reasons. He needs to get his head down. And he needs to just... Well, we know what he's capable of. We know he's a solid driver. But I just don't think... I think he feels as if, there's not much point if he's not towards the front. And he's got to work hard to get towards the front in this division. It's not an easy place to be, is it?
No. Right, on to Sketchy Crib, the reigning champion and current P2 in the championship. 12 points behind, as we mentioned earlier. I'll say he's unlucky not to come away with the race win. He raced very well. It was just one incident in the race let him down, and the stewards saw fit to penalise him for the incident. It was a bit of a slam dunk.
Yeah.
It's meant that he came away last week with a what was it in the end, a P9.
Yeah, P9.
Because of how close the pack was after that safety car. So a case of what might have been, but he openly admitted that he felt he was lucky to be in that position and in the first place. And he probably, like, if you take into account the safety car and then his penalty, he probably only lost like a couple of points if you say that the safety car didn't happen. I think he was probably about P6 when that happened.
Yeah, I'd say.
So, hopefully he can come back this week in Mexico and challenge, but it's not looking great at the moment.
No, struggling for pace and a second behind Pulsive, so who is his championship rival. Obviously, he's still got one more run in him, but yeah, as you said, not looking great at the moment. And Jelly Belly, he's on a lap currently, he's 100th off his best. So we'll have to see if he does improve.
So next up, GVT Exotic.
What about
up
Newton?
And down
what about
sort
Newton?
of 6 and 4.
Do we not care about Newton?
Oh yeah, Newton. But he would DNF. That kind of sums up Newton, doesn't it? Or although he doesn't DNF in races.
He had moments this season, hasn't he? He's had a couple good results.
Yeah, he's had 2 P4s in the, or a P4 sprint and a P4 in Jeddah. Maybe that track is probably one of his favourites. I don't know.
Let's get Jeddah back for Newton.
Yeah. We'd like to see as his teammate at Aston Martin. I'd like to maybe see a little bit more from him. Try and challenge for a podium or two, because our teammates in Aston Martin are pretty hopeless and not doing much at all. So, yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more from Newton. Hopefully this week he can do that.
Okay, how have you managed to talk about 5 drivers in 10 minutes?
I've taken a bit longer because there's less drivers.
Well, yeah, but the point you're going to run out of time. Right, I'm going to say the driver, and you're going to give me one word to describe him. Exotic.
Mid.
Warman.
Very good.
Are you retarded?
Well, he's raced 3 times.
I said one word,
sprint.
and you said very good.
Okay, good. Very good.
Right, Gold Samurai.
Bottle.
Correct word. Did we talk about cheese? No, we didn't. Cheese.
Bottle.
Okay. And the one man we didn't actually talk about, True Copper.
There isn't any words. Just silence. Silence on True Copper.
Right. Right, so
I mean,
sorry, go on.
well, he's like 2.5 seconds off the pace at the moment, so there's not much you can say about that.
Yeah, he's a Div 2 driver through and through. I'm just watching Smoking Cheese end of lap. It's been scruffy to say the least towards the end, and he hasn't done enough to beat Jelly on this occasion. Jelly just starts his final lap of the session. Gold Samurai through sector 1. What can he do? He's currently about 6 tenths off. He's up by
not got much. He's not got much in the bank on his ERS. He's burnt a lot down that straight.
Finn is not. Finn's just set his lap. Warman is on a lap. Pete is done. Jack Whittle is 300 down through sector 1. What about sector 2? He's a 10th up. Sketchy Crib is done. So Sketchy Crib P10 at best. And Spinsy is he pushing? No, he's not pushing. And Copper's Copper. So Sketchy Crib going to be a P10 start from him. Looks like Jelly is going to put all wrapped up. Unless we see a miracle drive.
I think Mexico is just one of those tracks. It's a very, even though with the 2 long straights, it's very technical through sectors 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And it's all. I think it's all about who can keep the tyres going the longest, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, quite a nice tyre wear.
Yeah, I think we'll see some people on a 2-stop and some on a 1-stop.
So, bit of an anticlimax. Jelly comfortably secures pole, but you've got to think that long run down into turn 1. I think there's potential there for Cheese, Warman, even Samurai to be leading this race. By the time we hit turn 1, as Warman actually took 3rd place away from Samurai. So that's our order. Again, Jelly and Cheese on the front row. I don't know how many times that's happened this season, but it keeps happening. The Alpine boys are awful. But the big story, Sketchy Crib down in 10th. I think it's just a lack of pace. Could be a lack of pace.
Yeah, just another disappointing. Disappointing quali for him. He's going to have a lot of work to do in the race to make it up. Chani, he's obviously gone. I think in qualifying, the higher downforce doesn't do as well, but then in the race it's better. Yeah, it might be those that have got the sort of lower front wing getting the better qualifying times, and maybe in the race they can those that are gone the higher wing can pull it back through sectors 2 and 3. Like we shall see.
100%. And
I don't know what sort of wing you need on this track.
And as Pete said,
Oh, it's a wet race.
Yeah, as Pete said in the chat earlier, we have rain in the race. It looks like intermediates, but will it be into the whole race? And I think now is probably, speaking of wet places, it's a good time to head to Chetty's Corner. Chetty, what have you got for us this week, buddy?
What have I got this week? Oh, the Olympics. I'm going to talk about the Olympics. What have I watched today? I watched some synchronized diving. I watched some horses jumping around. Watched some mountain biking, some canoeing. What is wrong, Tom?
I just didn't expect you to go, oh, the Olympics, and start talking about the stuff you've watched today. Are you a big fan of the horses, Che?
Not really these horses. I did used to date a girl that did those like dancing horses.
Oh, really? Okay, but like, was it her? Was that her personality, horses, or like was she like okay about it? Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Well, like
was
some
she
girls,
okay about it?
some girls like they have horses and stuff, but like they make that their personality.
Or like they start neighing and start cantering around.
No, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like it's like
all over the social
their
media,
life
it's like
is
they're
just
fucking 8-foot horse with a 6-foot dick, and it's like my big boy. Like, bitch, you don't put me on the story like that. What the fuck?
Yeah, I've been to a few events with the dancing horses.
So she was a dancer, not a jumper.
No, she did both.
Oh, she did. But did she prefer one or?
It was eventing. It was what it's called, I think, eventing. So you do a bit of everything.
Oh, right, okay. So are you a fan of the horses or?
I like racing. Yeah, not a fan of watching them dance.
Yeah, it's a bit boring, isn't it? It's like lifting their leg up and everyone goes, "Oh my god."
Yeah,
I don't really get it. What's your favourite Olympic sport? Which one are you looking forward to the most, or event?
I like the velodrome, the track cycling.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty good.
My favourite.
And we're pretty good. We're quite good at that, aren't we? So.
Are we? Obviously, I imagine we're still good, but I know that we used to be like really good at it. I think we've got a lot of money into
yeah, we're
cycling.
still pretty good at it. Yeah, I don't think it's like it was like 15 years ago, but we're still pretty good at it.
My favourite event is the all the Olympics as well as the elimination race in the velodrome.
Oh, the one where like the last person, they go around like 5 laps, and then the last person at the back has to just
every
give up.
There's like a huge group, and every 2 laps the guy in last goes out, and they just keep going.
Yeah. Fucking be knackering, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh, and the race is starting, by the way, guys.
Oh, yeah.
We've got 5 red light. Can G hold the lead down this long straight? The lights go out. Sheens gets off to a very good start, and I tell you what, the Haas boys are nowhere.
Oh, he's absolutely smashed that start.
Yes.
Cheese has.
That's a great start from Cheese. Not the greatest initial launch, but second stage, he came flying. And Pete's in 4th.
That's a great move by Pete in the RB.
Has Pete got a host start there? He's up 4 places. I wasn't watching. Warman's down 4.
I don't know. I didn't see if there was anything major that happened at the back. Pete had a nice little right line down the inside at turn 1.
No,
I think he managed to get 2 or 3 of them that were all caught up amongst each other.
I'm wondering, was it the host start advantage? Because I think he was hosting. So, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, good. If not, good start from Pete anyway, as they're now creeping their way through Sector 2. It's
I think
difficult
that
enough.
Samurai's probably going to get a warning there for that corner.
Yeah, I think you might be right. It's difficult enough to play 6 laps of fuel, but add in a bit of rain, and bloody hell, it's a real challenge for these guys. But so far, so good. No one's had any big issues as Jelly runs wide.
It looks like he turned in on Cheese a little bit there.
Look at him just crawling through side by side. I think Jelly might get the position here, holding it around the outside and get the better run. What is this camera angle? Fuck me. Oh, there they are. Doing neck and I think this is good. Be good. Oh, actually,
Yeah, see Jelly's. Oh, and who's that? A Samurai
Samurai's
coming through
appeared.
the middle of them.
He's got no battery
Like
left.
Moses.
Like a prime Moses. Fleeing the sea.
And he picks up P2.
He does, and I've noticed something straight away. It cheated fuel light, but dang it, it's only half a lap. So I think it's going to be okay actually.
Yeah,
Oh, he's gone for it actually. Oh, bloody hell! And Pete's up in
you'll
the
be
boat.
safe, won't he? Through
Yeah.
whilst the track's wet, so I don't think fuel's going to be an issue.
I tell you, it doesn't look like we're going to get dry racing based on those clouds. We'll have to wait and see.
No.
There's Jelly running wide, so that probably was a warning. Yeah, but a little check of that. No one's got a warning so far.
It's one of the. I feel like it's one of the longer races of the season. Like
think
it's a
so?
one. It's a. I feel like it drags on when you're racing it, but maybe it's because it's just not enjoyable with the tyre wear.
Maybe it's because you're shit, mate.
Yeah, I hate this. I hate this track. Like if I crash, like
Oh, right, okay.
at the start tomorrow.
I don't know if my things hadn't updated or if this has all just happened since I checked like 20 seconds ago, but Jelly's got 2 warnings. Exotic, Whittle, and Samurai all on 1. So Jelly, I mean, he's building a gap, but already lap
He's
3.
got to keep it in the white lines, isn't he?
Exactly. And this is such an easy track to get penalties.
Yeah, that the S is in sector 2. And coming out onto that DRS straight because you want to pick up so much speed and it's so easy just to run wide on it.
Yeah. So far, everyone quite close together, other than first and last. But Jelly nearly, is it 2 seconds of gap? No, 1.7 is the gap, and Copper 1.1 behind Spinsy. Actually, Cheese is starting to lose track of Pete. Pete is Pete's having a great race. He's got some pace here, maybe.
Maybe someone should break his other ankle and see if that makes him even quicker.
It might be worth a go. I would happily injure Pete for fun. But I tell you what, I don't know how we did it exactly, but I don't know how it managed to get through all that fat protecting the ankle to dislocate it. Like, I would have thought the ankle was like locked in place, surrounded by this, not muscle obviously, but just loads of fat. I don't get it. Like, Pete takes cankles to a whole new level.
It's one of life's great mysteries, I feel.
Yeah, I feel like when I watch a documentary in 5 years' time about greatest mysteries, Pete's ankle will be in the top 5 somewhere.
As Exotic makes a nice little move on Finn Evans down the straight.
Sketchy Crib
I'm
lining up a move.
currently on board with Sketchy. Want to see if he can make up these places.
No room
Just
for
has
him
to
there.
pull out of that little move on Jack Whittle.
It's important to pull out if you're not feeling safe in your environment. You know, if you're not comfortable with what's going on. I think pulling out
it's
is
best
always
to pull out. Yeah,
100%. You don't want to be. You can be left with some serious consequences if you don't consider your decisions. So good call there from Sketchy Crib.
yeah. For a man that knows, I agree.
The Exotic picks up 3 seconds time penalty, and then immediately after picks up another warning for just the most careless bit of driving. So he's got a 3 second penalty and already got another warning to his name. Warman's trying to get past Newton, and Newton just shoves him off the track, and that's probably giving Warman a warning. Let's check.
Sketchy's got a
Yes.
lovely run. Oh, he's been pushed wide a little. He's not going to be happy with that. He was pushed a bit wide by Jack Whittle.
Fine.
Coming out the exit of the final corner, and it's meant that he's lost that momentum that he had going into the straight, and not going to be able to get the overtake done.
The real shame.
Quite a few gaps now. The field's spreading itself out without where we haven't got the DRS.
Yeah, showing the impact DRS can have on races, and obviously we probably won't be seeing DRS today. There's not much is going on. We just have this sketchy crib fight, and a woman has got past Newton. He's trying to get past Finn next after his abysmal start. I don't know what happened to Warman off the start, but truly shocking. You know, it's hindered all momentum he had coming into this race. Sketchy crib looks like he's really fighting the car. Loads of oversteer, and I think he's track extended there. I want to know if people are gonna...
He's got to make this move on Finn soon, because Newton is looking quite impatient behind him.
As I think someone just ran into the back of someone. I didn't quite see who it was. Jelly stretching his legs out ahead. Managed to keep it within the white lines as well since we last spoke about him.
By the time we next speak about him, it might not matter.
No, he is slowly extending that margin. Here goes Warman. He's on no deployment, and he's still keeping up. Now he deploys. Finger try hold it down the inside.
He's going to go round the outside.
Oh, contact! Oh my!
Oh! He's on top of him.
What the fuck just happened?
He's... oh, I'm gonna have to.
And Newton just takes the place for both of them. Oh, what the fuck did that?
I'm guessing you did. Did you get the same view that I did?
Yeah, well, like they were. Yeah, I think so.
Finn was like riding him like his ex got ridden.
Like that, and there's another 3-second time penalty. Sketchy Crib, so the Ferrari boys in the naughty book, and Sketchy Crib still behind Jack Whittle as it stands. How is Cheese's fuel looking? He's on to 0.3 now, I think. So yeah, easily going to be okay for fuel. I tell you what, Chetty, what I've just noticed, has it stopped raining?
It has.
Interesting.
That's interesting. Well, I mean, with the cloud cover, it's going to take a while for it to dry up, but I don't know what the track temperature is.
Hang on, I'm just going to put my hand on the track quickly. It's all right, to be fair. It's like an average temperature.
On a scale of sort of sour, like what's the Mexican spices? What's the like weakest one?
Pepper.
All right, on the scale of that to Tabasco, how hot is it?
I don't really know anything in between. I'd say pepper plus.
Pepper plus.
I don't know. It's always different to call in this
Mexican game. Food, David. Pardon?
I was going to say it's always difficult to call in this game when it will go dry. As Sketchy Crib is all over the place. I think he's got another warning or two since his penalty.
I can't. There's not any spray coming off the cars now.
Sketchy Crib is
I can't really see a dry line for me.
No, but as you said, there is no spray coming from those tires. I thought, and someone's in. Someone's in. It's Pete, I think. Is it Pete? It is Pete. Pete's in.
Pete's in.
Anyone else going to join him? No.
What tyres is he going on to the hards?
Mediums.
He's gone on to some mediums, yeah. That's a big call by Pete.
Right, so we're going to put the gap to leader and see what kind of timings Pete is putting in comparison. As a huge slide coming out the pit lane, and then onto the grass for fun. Not the best. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't think it's.
So maybe a little too early. It's gone around turn one.
Yellow flag.
Struggling.
Jack
Oh,
Whittle
is it?
kind of went round a bit. He's lost a couple of places.
There's all sorts going on there with Warman, Jack Whittle, Newton, I think. I think
Peter's
the three
losing
of them
time.
are all tangling.
Peter's losing time. It's not wet, or it's not dry tyres yet, and he still needs to come through this slippy and slidey second sector. So Pete's made the wrong call there. And
Jack Whittle picks up a penalty. Some of the standings here could be decided on penalties,
especially if
people are picking them up.
Yeah, especially if we see a late safety car. Mark that the track is improving. It's Smoking Cheese sets the fastest lap of the session. Pete
still no one comes in.
Yeah, Pete's about 3 seconds slower.
True Copper is in.
Okay. Interesting.
As Pete comes round the final corner.
Cuts the corner. He can't.
True Copper has stuck some hards on.
You know, mate, Pete cannot get this car straightened up. Yellow flag. That's Finn Evans. Oh, what a surprise. So, when Pete came out of the pit, it was about 30 seconds behind Jelly. It's now 34. You can still see a bit of a shine on the track. It's not time yet. Copper's taking the gamble. I'm not too sure why, considering he would have seen what Pete's doing, and yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's just Copper doing Copper things, I think.
I agree. We'll see what Jelly does this time around. I imagine he stays out for yet another lap.
Yeah, you'd think that might be able to have a quick look whilst he's going down the straight. Have a quick look at, if he's following the stream, see the timings. And
yeah, Pete's lost 7 seconds now since changing tyre, as everyone has stayed on the intermediate tyres for another lap. The right call. Pete has blown the chance at a podium here with that strategy. The good news for Sketchy Crib, he is up in P4. He's recovering nicely, up 6 positions.
I mean, what would make it interesting now is if Jelly Belly does pick up that penalty.
Yeah.
Even though he's got it's only really Samurai that he'd have anything like to worry about. But if Samurai can get the stop at the right time,
well, if I know Samurai,
that brings him into play.
I know that he will get at least 1 penalty. But saying that, I don't think he's actually even got a warning yet. He's got 1 warning. Okay.
Exotic picks up another 3 seconds.
Jelly looking.
Apparently, Exotic is actually racing in P9.
Another fastest lap from Jelly. Cheese is coming in. Cheese is coming in. He's made the call. Anyone? Oh, bloody hell! Exotic with a big slide. Exotic stays out. Warman also stays out. Anyone else going to come in? No, I think it's just going to be Cheese on this occasion. What's he gone for?
He's sticking to mediums on.
Okay.
So you think Cheese is he's going for a 2-stop?
Yeah, he's going to have to pit again.
Because he'll have to stop again.
Oh, someone else.
The mediums are only going to last about 13 laps until they really start to die away. Finn putting some mediums on.
These guys are approaching being able to put some hards on and go to the end.
Yeah, maybe some of them are thinking that.
I think this might be the lap to come in.
I'm not sure the hards will stay till the end. I think they'd still be looking at a 2-stop, but yeah, I don't think the hards are going to last that long.
Pete's gap to Jelly is stabilising at around 40 seconds now. In comes Jelly. Samurai follows him in and takes out the Bullard on the way. I don't know if the stewards will have a look at that after the race. They might not be impressed with that. As in comes everyone other than Exotic. Oh, Exotic stays out. Warman comes
Samurai's putting on hards.
What's Jelly gone with? Jelly's gone with hards. Newton stayed out as well. Sketchy
They'll be
Crib,
really
mediums.
struggling.
Spinsy hards, Jack hards. Peter's still on his mediums. And look how much time Peter's lost. He was he third?
Although he's just put in a fastest lap.
So he'll be ahead of Exotic and Newton when they pit, but he's still lost out 2 places, and he has more warm
He'll
tires
have to
than the
pit
others.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine that those that are on the mediums are going to have to pit again. I feel like the hard runners are going to have to still stop. I can't see them taking them. 24 laps?
Yeah, I think it's always possible. You never know what the boys could cook up. As Pete picks up a 3-second time penalty. Is that the second of the race? I think it might be. It is, yeah. And Pete's all over the place. He can't accelerate. Jesus Christ, what is he doing? Skills has joined the lobby. Hopefully his day went well. Oh, Pete with a big snap!
Ooh.
Oh my God!
I'm watching Cheese almost went into the corner at the 90-degree right-hander in
Newton
sector
stayed
3,
down another lap.
even though the mediums are a lot faster.
I don't know what the strategy is from him at this point. And Pete is round and a 3-second penalty. I don't know what's happened to Pete. A massive head loss. He's coming into the pit. I don't know if his tyres have overheated or what. He might retire here. He has. He's called it a day.
He's retired.
Yeah, I think. Oh, DRS enabled.
I mean, no one's in DRS with anyone
No.
else.
Newton with 3
Apart from-
seconds.
Newton, no, he's just got out of the DRS range. No one is
Jack
close
just-
to anyone
Jack
else.
just spun. I'm not sure what happened to him. Finn Evans. I think Finn Evans took him out for fuck's sake. It's Finn Evans just let him through. Classic Finn.
This is going to make for. We're going to need a safety car here, just to make this race somewhat exciting because the gaps are too big everywhere now.
Chet, I hope you're ready to talk about more Chetty's corner stuff. Because, there's the penalty for Jelly. Newton, just come in, mate. There he goes. He's coming in.
I think maybe lap 15. I think
You're right,
it's still a
mate.
big ask to take the hards all the way.
Sketchy Crib, the fastest man on track right now.
There's still plenty of time. Jelly has got that 3-second penalty as well. But Sketchy is, 12 seconds behind?
And he's got a penalty.
And a penalty, and he's going to have to stop. He's guaranteed to have to stop again.
Yeah.
Which maybe it might make him quicker later on in the race.
Well, that is generally how fresh tyres work, isn't it? When you pick the new tyres, they're normally quicker.
I think it's whether Jelly will feel he has to pit. Because I think it's like 18 laps is probably the high end of how far you can take the hards.
Is that based on
before
any
the rears
research or
start
you
really
just guessing?
cooking.
Oh, Sam
Pardon?
picks up a penalty.
I'm trying to remember. I based this a couple of weeks ago in a league, or last week.
Oh, okay.
I think it was about 18 laps. I
Shouldn't
did a
sound
2-stop.
So, I mean, my question is, do we have to watch this race?
We need someone to crash, don't we?
Yeah.
just to bring them all back together. Kind of make it like now, so the penalties don't matter too much.
I tell you what, if we had a crash now, I think it would be pretty terrible for the hard runners, because all the mediums could go onto the hards and go to the end.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm so bored of this.
And it would make for some better racing. Although Spinsy and Newton are both now within a second of Warman.
Thank God for that.
So, I mean, there's that.
Let's talk about some real F1, shall we? What are your thoughts on the news that came out today?
On Carlos Sainz to Williams. Interesting. I wasn't expecting that.
Where did you expect him to go?
I thought we'd end up at Mercedes and Antonelli takes the Williams seat, but I think that almost locks Antonelli into the second seat at Mercedes next season.
Yeah, I guess it looks like it, doesn't it? Riveting stuff.
I'm surprised it's a multi-year deal, Williams and Sainz, because you can't see Williams making the sort of forward strides that he would want to be challenging for podiums and race wins in a Williams car. But maybe they're confident going into the new regulations that they can push forward and start challenging up the higher end. But yeah, can't see it, honestly.
We could see Williams return to 2015, 2016.
Yeah, there or thereabouts.
I'll tell you what, Cheese had a big moment. He's in the pit lane. What's happened to Cheese?
He knocked off his front wing.
But did he actually knock it off? Oh. His wing's fine.
Oh.
He's taken a very early stop, and now he has to try carry these tyres 20 odd laps. Interesting call. Just as he was catching Samurai, by the way, he pits.
Is he for a massive undercut on everyone?
Maybe he just felt like those mediums were not the ones to beat on. You know what you're getting with the hards. They're going to take a while to warm up. But they are a very durable, consistent tyre. So he's opted for the hards.
I mean, those mediums, if you're really, really sort of pushing through Sector 2, they just die off so quickly. Yeah, maybe he just wasn't getting the grip through Sector 2.
As Jelly sets a new fast lap of the race. About a second quicker than Sketchy, a couple times quicker than Samurai. At the moment, he's just in a league of his own. I expect Cheese to start putting in fastest laps, but obviously a 32-second gap. Tyres overheat massively here too, says Daz Monco. And I've seen Daz Monco, Newton with a new fastest lap, seen Daz Monco having a little bit of fun on F1 Manager just before the race. So, Daz, what can you tell us about your F1 Manager save, mate? What have you got going on? Chetty, are you a F1 Manager kind of guy?
Yeah, I haven't got the new one yet. Have you got the? I think you got it last week, didn't you?
Yeah, it's I think it's quite fun. Called my team the Chetty Wampers.
I'm not paying you for that sponsorship.
Oh, you need to, because we haven't got much money. Kind of relied on that. Oh my God, Newton runs Spinsy off the road. Bloody hell, that's some interesting driving. What are they doing? What are they doing? Did you see that?
Driving. I just saw them driving next to each other really slowly.
Yeah. Oh,
As
you
if
got...
they're both giving the other one the position.
Oh, Daz has got Porcher and Behrman as well. I've got Porcher and Behrman. Behrman's a fucking idiot. He don't do shit. I think Porcher's got like 60 points and Ollie's got 2. Bless his heart. He gives it his all, but he's fucking awful. Yeah, there we go. Cheese, new fast lap of the race. That's second quicker than Jelly's was, as he will breeze by Spinsy. I want to know what happened there between Newton and Spinsy, because that was... Yeah, it was bad. That's all I'm going to say about it. It was wasteful time management. God, this race fucking sucks. Shout
It is pretty bad.
Shout Cheese spins in Finn for not having a penalty yet. That's all I can really say.
None of them have been quick enough to get a penalty, have they?
Oh, Cheese has been alright. New fastest lap from Jelly, 18.5, which is 4 tenths quicker than Cheese was last time around. Let's see what Cheese sets this time around.
To be fair to Cheese, he's not the sort of driver. You don't see him pick up track limits penalties very often.
No, that's true. That is true. So he's going to wait behind Newton here for the long straight wait. Oh, big moment. That might hinder his chances. Yellow flag. It's... Who is it? It's Copper.
Who's that?
Nothing.
Oh.
I've been quite lucky, Daz. I haven't had a single crash, and I'm in... Where am I, Che? What's after Zandvoort?
Zandvoort, then...
Oh, Monza. Yeah, I'm in Monza,
yeah.
and I haven't had a single big crash. Copper, I think, is going to retire. Yeah, Copper's coming in to retire from the race. Oh
in
God.
my save from last season, I started as Williams.
Yeah, me too.
And I sacked Logan Sargent after like 3 or 4 races because he just DNF'd every race.
Who did you bring in?
Who did I bring in?
Well, I can tell you who I brought in instead of Logan Sargent, and fuck me, it's the biggest mistake of my life.
I think I brought in Porsche.
I also brought in Porsche. He was so bad and crashed so often that I actually had to DM him on Instagram and ask him to stop crashing. He was so fucking annoying. Every single... We went through so many... Like, I broke the cost cap and the car was still shit because of how many engines and new parts I had to buy that cunt. Oh, God, I hate him so much. So, I know what you're thinking. Tom, why did you get him back this year? I don't know, but he's been fucking sick. Like, he's just a really cool guy. So, Porsche, if you're listening, mate, thank you. So,
just drop him another DM and just say,
thanks.
I'm sorry, I'll take it back.
I'm going to message him now, actually.
This year you're much better on the game.
Let's message him now.
Or maybe it was just that particular save.
Oh, so I sent him, I don't know if you can see that. I said, bonjour, please stop crasho, mercy. Bonjour. Mercy for stopping crashing. Mercy. Oh! Finn with a big slide! I was too busy texting Theo Porsche. You got to drive your car, Finn.
You can just drop it names there, Tom. You got him in your DMs.
Well, it is what it is. Some people have got those contacts, some people don't, and I'm just blessed to be one of those people that has. Yeah, but shout out Porsche for this year. His driving's been spectacular. But okay, Finn, do not intentionally crash out of races, please. That was...
what he's doing.
It looked suspicious. But I think the steward's going to have to have a look at that. He comes into the pit. Is he going to retire? He's in the pit. He's going to get lapped as well, I think, by the time he comes out. So Jelly has really controlled this race so easily. to a point where
It's
I think what Cheese has not gained much time. He's gained 4 seconds, I think, on Jelly since pin. Just
I think this is probably now. I think this could be the like a podium. Jelly, Samurai, Sketchy Crib.
I think you're right. Exotic doesn't look to have much in his tank. I think Warman might put up a fight to get Exotic. Cheese will.
The best we could hope for now is a safety car, everyone back on a fresh set of mediums, and yeah, we get a restart with everyone packed together again.
Yeah, I can't really see that happening, but we'll wait and see.
We need people to be close to each other to cause something that might affect the safety car.
Yeah, we've got 5th, 6th and 7th close together at the moment. Cheese is having to lift and coast. He's almost back up on fuel. And he's coming towards Exotic. So we might have a bit of a train form here. How exciting would that be?
It would, I mean, on a scale of 1 to exciting, probably a 5.
I'll give it a 3.7.
Well, considering most of this race has been sort of around a 2 or 3, it would make it better than some of the rest of the race.
Agreed. Will Cheese have DRS down the straight? Sets a new fastest lap of the race. Jelly still out in front. 10.4 is the gap.
So Sketchy will probably be thinking of pitting around now. Same with Exotic.
But yeah, to be fair though, when you think about that,
That's gonna.
Cheese is actually running third.
He's gonna have to make his way through a lot of people.
I think maybe Cheese is our third place runner at this point. We know Sketchy has to pit, and he's only 10 odd seconds ahead of Cheese.
It's so. You know,
I tell you what, I'm actually looking at
Cheese. I think Cheese could be on. I reckon he could get a P2, depending on how Samurai's nursing those tyres.
Yeah, I'm looking at Spinsy as well. Without a penalty to his name, he'll be in front of Sketchy when he pits. And he's within striking distance of the cars ahead. I think Spinsy is net P4 right now. So good stuff from him.
So maybe Cheese has just pulled one out here.
Here he goes. Well, I still think he was on for a second place as he uses DRS to pass. Newton follows him through. Exotic's going to try fight it back. Down the inside, cuts the corner.
You get that double helping here as well, don't you, the DRS?
Yeah, we, guys like us, Jay, we love double helpings, don't we?
Yeah. Oh. There's only things better than double helpings. Triple helpings.
Triple helpings. Oh, mate, it's...
That's what Pete's getting right now back in the garage. I'm sure.
He didn't even need to... His race was fine, but he was hungry, wasn't he? Bless his little heart.
It takes him a lot longer to get to the fridge now with one ankle.
Yeah. You thought Pete was waddling slow before. Jesus Christ, you haven't seen anything, guys. Exotic is... I don't know what line that was. That was abysmal.
Right, so Cheese is now 7 to 18 seconds behind Samurai. I think if Samurai doesn't feel like he can take the hards the distance, he has to pit very soon.
17.0 for Cheese that time around. Samurai 18.4. So we'll say about a second and a half a lap. That will be 15 seconds. So as it stands, Samurai's going to do enough to beat Cheese. Surely Sketchy Crib can't take these tyres all the way.
No. Yeah, I think he's hoping for a safety car now.
What times is he saying? He's 19.0 last time around, so he is really struggling.
I mean, that gap with Cheese is just dropping.
Yeah, and Cheese has cleared that bit of traffic. He's got his DRS gap, and now he can just get on with his own race. And he's up on fuel again. He didn't have to worry about fuel for the rest of this race.
Will we see Sketchy come in now?
Now or never, surely, for Sketchy.
He's staying out. He's hoping for a safety car.
I mean, 19.9 that time around from Sketchy Crib. Let's see what Cheese does. 16.9. So by lap 30ish, we're looking at an overtake from Cheese.
Yeah, in the next couple of laps, he's going to be there.
What about Samurai? Samurai with an 18.6, so 1.7 slower. So that would be that definitely makes it closer. The gap is now 16 seconds. It's going to be close, I think, towards the back end of this race. Obviously, Samurai has a penalty as well, though.
Yeah.
So Cheese doesn't even need to make the move on track.
No, he just has to be there.
Be there, and it's not easy just being there. Just ask Pete's dad.
I think Cheese has got P2 here.
I think you're right, but I want to see what happens on track.
I'll hang my hat on it. On Cheese getting P2.
Right, 18.3 that time around from Gold Samurai. This looks like a better lap from Sketchy Crib. It was 19.9 last time. 19.1.
Staying out.
8 tenths slower than Samurai. 17.5 from Chi, so about 1.6 faster that time around than Sketchy Crib.
So is Sketchy... I mean, those medium tyres are going to be screaming at him. He can't go all the way on them.
We had reservations about the hards, let alone the mediums.
Yeah.
I would love to know what percentage those tyres are on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those rears just not sticking to the track at all. And he's having to take it so easily through. In sector 2, he's just losing the time. The time just drops away to Cheese.
Mm.
So if you look, almost half a second in sector 2, he loses.
Jelly still lapping very consistently in the 18s. He's quite happy out ahead. Samurai sets an 18.4. That Sketchy Crib this time around. Warman and Spins, he's still fighting away for P6, by the way. Sketchy Crib with a 19.1. Cheese with a 17.6.
We might see Sketchy just pit for some softs and try and get a point. How far?
I think he's got to commit to it now. He's got to try to stay out. If he pits now, he's all the way down.
He's got to try and stick it out and hope that Newton. I think he's far enough ahead of Warm and Spinsy Whittle.
She's making a mess of this lap so far. I'm starting to think Samurai's going to be okay. The gap's still 16 seconds.
16 seconds with 7 laps to go, yeah.
That gap has not come down nearly as much as what it was before.
So Cheese's tyres obviously plateaued a little bit.
And Jelly still just comfortable out in front.
Sketchy stays out again. He's
19.5 that time. Cheese with an 18.9, although he did put together an abysmal second sector. 3.8 is the gap as he crosses the line. There's no doubt that Cheese is going to be on the podium, but from what I can see, it's not going to be for P2.
He's got to get within DRS Can he do it this lap? Probably not. Maybe in the next lap or two, and then he's got to just really go for it, isn't he?
I think what we're all forgetting about here and all underestimating is the fact that it is Gold Samurai in second. He is going to bottle this at some point. Not sure how exactly, but he's going to do something stupid. And it's going to cost him. So wait for that to happen. Jeez! Oh, that makes things interesting.
As we see Finn get lapped by Jelly Belly.
Well done, Finn. So Cheese now on 3 seconds as well. So Sketchy Crib, outside chance of a podium, I must say. Outside chance.
If he gets the podium, it's a driver of the day for me.
It would be
Us taking the mediums that far.
a Checo
On this
Perez-esque drive.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's going to be, if he's going to be able to do it at this rate. 2.3 is now the gap. I mean, gained like a second and a half on the previous lap.
Eight. And you'd think now, if he pit now, then that's P9.
Yeah, he's well and truly committed.
P8 at best. He's committed to going long on them. Could they puncture?
I think there's definitely a concern there of puncture. And
yeah.
will Cheese get into the DRS coming down the long straight?
I think he'll get it in Sector 3. I think he's just going to have that grip in Sector 3 to pull it back.
He's still kind of lifting and coasting, Cheese, even though he's up on fuel. 1.2, catches the cut. I think he might just miss out.
Yeah, he's missed out by a tenth.
Not the end of the world for Cheese. It's 19.2 from Sketchy Crib that time, 18.0 from Cheese.
He's gonna have a nice little toe. You should be able to get him in Sector 3.
I imagine he will wait behind him for the straight. We've seen him do it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Spinzy is currently on for a P5 due to his no penalties. Good driving from him. And Mr. Irrelevant, Jack Whittle, is being irrelevant in P8.
He's managed to get a mention though.
Yeah, well done, Jack.
Cheese right on Sketchy's gearbox here.
Yellow flag, that's Jack
incident.
Whittle. He wanted another mention, and he's got it. Well done, Jack.
As Cheese gets the move done.
Yeah, he makes the move. But will Sketchy just fly back past him now? He won't have a great exit. Oh, look how much faster he is. Cheese is making a mess of that sector, and he still pulls 7.5 tenths on him.
Yeah. But Sketchy can slow him down a bit.
Here he comes.
He can just get it in front of him.
Maybe on the second straight.
I don't think he's got enough grip to get enough speed out of the corners.
It's going to be difficult, isn't it? Yeah, he's not close enough. Warman is very close to Newton.
Yeah, Sketchy's just going to have to hold on to Cheese now, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to hold on through this second sector. But let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can stay in DRS at least. Detection point coming up now. So he's got DRS. And he's going to get back into DRS again. Can he hold it together through the final sector though? It's a good right-hander from him. I think he might have just done enough here, you know? He has.
Yep, he has.
He's just about clinging on.
He's actually gained. He's gaining.
Yeah, good run out of the final corner. He might be able to get him on the second straight here. He's burned all his battery though. He's got nothing in his battery left.
He's probably had to use it to stay in touch, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's a bit closer than he was in the last lap.
Yeah, but again, the exit lets him down, and he's going too far back, I think. 2.5 laps remaining. Bin with another pre-spin penalty. I just need to draw attention to the fact that Cheese has come absolutely nowhere near closing the gap to Samurai. So, good drive from Samurai. Oh, Cheese with a big moment. This fight isn't over.
That's what's... No, I think Sketchy's just going to stay there. Just put the try and keep the pressure on just by being there. And hope that it causes Cheese to make a mistake.
I mean, a 3-second penalty for either of these guys now would hand the other one the position. And Sketchy Crib
like a
is
little
closer.
lock up from Cheese there.
He's close. Oh, not the best run though. It's going to immediately drain but Cheese has much more battery than him. I don't think he's hanging in, but he just can't get back in front. This is the closest he's been though.
I mean, it's a brilliant try. He's a lot closer this time.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be too little, unless
he's going to have to make a dive.
Cheese goes defensive. He's going to switch
back.
back.
Oh, it's brilliant.
I think he's got him, hasn't he?
Oh, wow.
Cheese was worrying too much about where Sketchy Crib was. Gave himself a terrible line.
Cheese going to get... No.
No one cares.
That's brilliant driving from both of them.
Well, I gotta say, only from one person in my opinion there. Cheese was...
I mean, brilliant driving, like, not to make any contact with each other and keep it very clean.
Cheese has so much more ERS though. I just don't see a way Sketchy holds on to P3 here. But you never know. You
Cheese
never
could be
know.
just away, couldn't he now? He could just get completely away.
He could fly by him. And let's have a look. He goes to hot lap, and now the overtake goes on. And he's gonna... Yeah, not even close. What is Sketchy Crib meant to do? As you said, double detection, so...
That's case.
It might be like a 1 second gap.
Yeah, maybe. Oh.
She's a bit all over the place.
She slipped a little bit out there.
Okay.
And that's cost him a little bit. And it's kept Sketchy within touching distance.
Yeah, Sketchy is still right there. Oh, my, where's he going? Oh my god. This isn't over.
Oh my word.
This is not over.
It's going to be... It's a sprint to the line for these two. It's going to be who blinks first in at the end of this next DRS straight.
Sketchy Crib has not had a good run at all. Jelly's won this race. Great drive from him. Samurai second. And Cheese is going to hold on for P3. Sketchy Crib so close, yet so far.
I mean, it's a brilliant drive by Sketchy still to take those tyres where no Mexican has taken them before. Oh! That was close.
Fun there over the line.
0.074 between the two of them.
Jesus. Spins in P5. Good drive from him, by the way. Yeah, as said.
Oh, Finn's already finished because he'd been lapped.
Yeah, great drive from Jelly. It really was. Samurai, he didn't bottle it. Fair enough. He did not bottle it. He stuck it through to the end. Well done, Samurai. Oh. Been having to meet.
I'm glad that's over.
Yeah, me too. Definitely the worst race of the season.
I mean, the most exciting bit was just that little fight between Cheese and Sketchy at the end.
Mm. Yeah, as Sparky says, Spoonsy the only one without a penalty. That's Great work from Spinsy to go from P11 all the way up to P5 without a penalty to his name. Jay, who is your driver of the day?
My driver of the day. I mean, it's got to be Jelly, really. Like, just, I think it shows that how good his drive was, that we didn't really need to talk about him too much, because he was just from the off. He went off into the distance and didn't see him again.
Yeah. Yeah, great drive from Jelly, as we expect that from him. I'm actually going to go with Spinsy today. I think getting 6th place is the only man to not get a penalty to his name, and not even that far off a podium in the end. Obviously, big shouts to Sketchy Crib and Jelly Belly. Yeah, a great drive from Spinsy, in my opinion. In terms of pedo of the day, what are you thinking, Jay?
Finn for getting lapped.
Finn for getting lapped. 0 out of 10.
And trying to hump the back of, was that Jack Whittle that he tried to mount the car of? I'll have to find that clip and pop that in the Discord, because it was pretty mad.
Right. So yeah, cheese in here. He's gonna be high as fuck. Jelly, and then interview. So 13 points gained in the standings for what's his name, for Jelly. So up to 25-point gap now. That's a big lead for him. Cheese will jump into 3rd, I believe. Warman down to 4th. No 30 this week. It's a real shame to see. Wise Skills said yes to the podium interview. He's not in the podium interview. Who finished 3rd? Was it Cheese?
Yes.
I would move him, but he's on mute at the moment, so I don't want to.
Should we get Samurai in and then?
Let's try Cheese first, and then if not, we'll move him back. Smoking Cheese, are you there? Oh, he's there.
Hello.
He's definitely not muted.
Hello, mate. Are you all right?
Yes, mate. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. You can ask Chetty if he's all right.
Yeah. Chetty, are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right, mate. You all right?
Yeah, mate.
Cool.
Yeah, got a podium, and I made it on fuel,
You didn't crash.
and I didn't crash, and I didn't lose a wing either, did I? Good.
And we thought you did when you pit quite what we thought was quite early, but it was actually a bit of strategy genius from you.
Two-player with 3 players. What's going on?
I pitted early because I was spun the riz up and wore them out, so I had to pit and put some new tyres on, or I was just going to drop back.
Yeah, it worked out quite well. And I think the highlight of the race was your battle with Sketchy.
Yeah, it was fun. I couldn't break the DRS.
He did do very well to stay with you, and I think you did your best to keep him within touching distance of you.
Tell you what, it's much better talking to Cheese on a private party than it is an fucking guy.
Cheese, what are you listening to in the background?
Just in Warzone with some other friends.
Oh, okay.
You racing and playing Warzone.
No, loaded straight up.
Cheese, how high are you?
Hi.
Can you give us a 1 to 10?
7.
7? Okay. I've definitely seen
So
worse.
there's room for more.
I have been 9 before.
Have you ever
Not
whilst racing or?
Hard to speak.
Well, I gotta say, Cheese, well done for putting. Well, I say enough fuel in your car. You didn't. You did under fuel.
I did.
even though I told you not to and told you to put a lap
Sorry.
in.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'll let you off because you got a podium. I think
Okay.
P2 was on the table there for you though. I think you fumbled.
Yeah. The two stop didn't work out really well, but somehow
No.
I was still quick enough.
Is there anything you want to say to the stream before we let you go play Warzone?
Minge with bollock.
Okay, no, right. Let's get Samurai in then. This kid is so much boring in comparison, but we just have to put up with Samurai. Hello, Gold Samurai. Gold Samurai. Hello, Gold Samurai. Oh, okay. Maybe his thing's not working.
Oh.
We'll give him a minute.
He's always wanted that moment, but
Oh, he's in the podium. Right, let's bring him back in. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Golden Samurai. How are you today, buddy?
It's just good to be here again. Can't
Right.
believe it.
I don't think many people can believe it. I called with a few laps remaining. I said, this guy's going to bottle it, but you didn't. So, what's that? 3 weeks in a row we're talking to you.
Yes. I didn't get one interview though, but I'll happily take the P3 off the track.
Well, you have to cry
Yeah.
about it, Bozo.
Yeah, no. I'll happily cry about it.
How are things in the orchestra with Chantel? Were they awkward?
Gotta say, getting used to it. Just trying to ignore the whole section. The conductor kept fine.
Who the fuck? Why did he mute himself? That's not fucking helpful. Samurai, you cunt. He just deafened himself. He was about to get into the good stuff. Oh, for fuck. Oh. Where the fuck's he? Oh, he's left. No, no, come back. Right, he's back again. All right, let's get him back. Samurai, you spastic.
I don't know. But,
Right, so is there like beef within the orchestra or?
pretty much. Can't disclose too much, but
So
getting
okay,
praised by-
so who's on whose side? Talk us through the beef.
Right, the violas obviously on the cello side. You got the woodwinds also on the cello side, surprisingly. Also the copper section against us. It's pretty much just violins and the piano player. It's not looking too good, to be honest.
Is
Quite heavily.
this just because of your breakup?
No, there were actually quite a few other breakups.
Oh, so do you just shag
It's
each
just-
other in the orchestra?
It's
and
weird
then
timing.
it's just like incest going on in the orchestra, basically.
I guess you can call us one big happy family, yeah. Well, not happy anymore, but you get the gist.
Che, is there anything you want to ask, preferably about the orchestra and not about that shit race?
Right, my race, it was awesome. Like,
no.
No. I was talking to
Yes.
Che.
Is there any new prospective instruments on the horizon for you, Samurai?
Okay. Undisclosed information.
So,
You can't
so
just answer everything with undisclosed information.
yeah, if you want a proper interview,
I
then you
can,
have
it's
to give-
working fine.
No.
Yeah.
You want a proper interview, you've got to answer the questions.
Listen, I'll answer next week because obviously I'm still going to be there because I'm amazing. It's 3 podiums in a row now. I'll be there next week. Talk to you then.
So is
Bye bye.
You know what? I'm going to say this now.
I think that was his mic drop.
That was probably his best ever interview.
No comment. 3 podiums in a row. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Yeah, and he disclosed some beef within the orchestra.
Cool.
Okay. Let's bring in Jelly Belly, everyone's favourite Division 1 driver. Jelly, how are you, mate?
You all right, yeah?
This
Yeah,
is-
that was quite boring. honestly.
Oh, you're telling
Quite
me,
fucking
mate.
boring.
You're
I
telling
was
me.
literally battling with a ghost car just to keep myself entertained towards the end. I don't know if you saw or not.
Mate, believe it or not, we did not pay any attention to you past lap 3.
Yeah, that was a Max Verstappen type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a great drive from you. We haven't spoken to you in a few weeks. There's been a few hiccups with
Yeah, it definitely has. Yeah.
with, you know, unlucky with Cheese last week, and then in Jeddah, you had that unfortunate 10-second.
Yeah. Didn't save the replay.
But you're back, and you're back with a bang.
Yeah. Pretty happy with that race, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. I just drove and yeah. In the wet. I knew it was going to work out in the wet because I've got great car control and I just knew I could, keep it on the track and just pull away. So, yeah.
Yeah, I thought, and well, Chetty did give you driver of the day. It was.
Oh, did you?
Well, Chetty did. I didn't. No offense. Sorry.
I gave you driver of the day because you pulled away. We didn't need to talk about you. You were just constantly just creating a bigger and bigger gap.
Like nothing was happening though. Like not even a safety car. Like I was expecting a safety car to be honest with you, but
I guess the walls are kind of far away, aren't they?
Yeah.
sort of, yeah.
I can't lie. We were praying for a safety car just to try and make the race a bit more
Yeah,
exciting.
'cause I got a free second, and then Cheese he didn't have any penalties at that time, so I was actually hoping the safety car won't come out, but he got a penalty in the end anyway. So yeah, it all worked out, and I got the win anyway. So pretty happy with it.
Okay, is there anything you want to ask of Jelly after that? Good but boring drive.
Very.
I mean,
short,
has there been anything exciting happening for you today that was more exciting than that?
More exciting than that. Well, some guy, I don't know whether I should say here, but if you check the news today, you'll definitely know about what's this guy go around, it alive people type of thing if you've read the news in Southport.
Yes. Are you from that part
It
of the country?
literally down the road from me. So it's been a pretty crazy day. Yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah, it's been a pretty crazy day up there.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Helicopters flying all over the place. Yeah, it has been pretty crazy.
I've just read it, and it was on a Taylor Swift themed dance class.
Yeah.
So you got to think,
It's
did
fucked,
they
mate.
deserve it?
Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not, mate.
Fucking hell, Tom.
Well, I'm just thinking, you've gone to a Taylor Swift dance class.
I do think it was a targeted attack. Maybe that's the thing.
I would target those people. That's just me. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just a guy.
Yeah, but who would just wake up and go on a killing spree like that? Who would do that? A random 17-year-old? Nah. Nobody does that.
Maybe if he was 18, it would.
Unless you're fucked in the head, like really fucked in the head. Like I know some people are, but I don't know. Yeah, it's been a pretty crazy day anyway. So yeah, I don't know why you decided to do that.
So can you confirm that you were not part of that?
Oh no, absolutely not, mate. I would never do such a thing.
That almost sounded sarcastic.
It did in a way, but obviously no, it's not part of that, mate.
Well, I hope not, because I want to see you win this title. Are you going to win the title?
I don't want to jinx it. Anything could happen, but I'm hoping I can win it. Yeah, 100%. I think I could. Yeah.
Chetty, anything else you want to say to Jelly before we let him go and talk to him in 1 week's time?
No. Good race tonight, and keep up the good work.
Well, you don't know whether you will actually talk to me in 1 week's time because I might not even make it on the podium.
No, don't be silly.
Anything could happen. I'll probably get another win.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, yeah, we're in. How are you round Kota? Any good?
Yeah, I'm pretty decent around there.
Okay, yeah, you'll be on the podium then, probably.
It's not my most favourite track though.
I mean, there's a lot of people dislike this track.
Quick around there. I think Cheese could win next week, 100%.
Yeah, he'll underfuel.
Did he underfuel today, by any chance?
Yeah, he did by like half a lap.
So I would have. I don't know. Samurai behind me.
You-
Samurai was like the main person, I think. I was trying to pull away from him the most because I knew he was going to be a threat. But anyway, yeah, I got the win. So
yeah, well done, mate. And we will talk to you next week.
yeah, thanks very much. I'll definitely be talking to you next week. I'm going to try and win the next 6 in a row. See how it goes. Go on and win is free. Probably not going to happen now, but I'll probably talk to you next week. Yeah.
Okay, see you later, mate.
See you later, mate. Bye.
I love Jelly. Jelly's one of my favourites. Did you not think my comment about it being deserved was okay?
Possibly not.
Womp fricking womp. Jelly, any final words before we end this abysmal, boring, tedious
no,
night?
let's just. I mean, let's hope next week's better. Otherwise, I might have to take a week off.
But you've already taken like 3 weeks off. Dream's getting cancelled.
Yeah, but
we've said much worse than that.
I'll be here next week, and then if it's shit again, then I might take the following week off.
Well, when do I get a week off?
I don't think anyone wants me to be sat there speaking to myself.
Don't be silly, Chetty. That everyone would love solo comms from you. Is that it? Are you done talking now? Is he?
Yeah, I'm all done. I
Okay.
thought I couldn't hear you.
Oh,
so I don't
sorry.
know.
I must have cut out. Right. In that case,
All right.
we're gonna go play Among Us apparently because I don't know. We're 14. So yeah. Good night, guys. Hope everyone has a wonderful week. I will see you on the podium tomorrow night. And Chetty and I will be back for a reverse sprint next week. Chetty, say bye.
Yay. Bye.